Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I should have got my burgundy shirt on because the Lions got their asses whooped. 45-31. Commanders take the dub and are going to the NFC Championship game. The last time they were there, I wasn't alive. Jayden Daniels, brother, Maryland, has Lamar Jackson and Jayden Daniels playing in the same state. Yes, they're the Washington Commanders. They're in PG County. They are not in Washington, D.C. The Baltimore Ravens, Baltimore, Maryland. Washington Commanders playing in Landover, Maryland. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. My goodness. There is a universe out there where we're going to get the Battle of the Beltway in a Super Bowl in Louisiana with Kendrick Lamar being the musical performance. That is the blackest thing that could possibly happen in the beginning of Black History Month. There is a universe, there is a timeline where that is our reality. And I hope we're on that said timeline. Getting back to this game, Jayden Daniels, man, poised, cool, calm, and collected as a rookie quarterback. Now, this is a huge sign. Him and Bo Nix, this is a huge sign to show that you either need to make sure your rookie quarterback sits and has time. Bryce Young is another example of this. You need to let your quarterback sit and have time to develop and have proper veteran leadership, an actual good quarterback to learn from, and have a good head coach and a good culture in place. Or you need to have one of them quarterbacks that have been in college football for a minute, bro. For a minute. I remember when Jayden Daniels was at ASU, and when he left, people were talking to him, talking about him crazy. Like, oh, you're never going to succeed. You never do da-da-da. Went to LSU. He was pretty good, right? Got drafted. Commanders. NFC Championship game. It doesn't get much better than that. Jayden Daniels is the best rookie quarterback I've ever seen in my life. Hard to say the best rookie player, but he's amongst them. He's amongst them, bro. I have never seen something like this from a rookie quarterback. The NFL is difficult. It's professional people. It's professional all around you. And he's showing them. He's showing the world, bruh. The Commanders are here to stay. This is my city. This is what I'm doing. Believe in me. Stand on my shoulders. The play calling in this game was drastically different than what Sean Payton and them boys had Bo Nix doing. That Denver Broncos game made it look like they didn't believe in Bo Nix for whatever reason, even though he gave them an early lead and never scored again. Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury, that are running this college offense. Well, if it could be a college offense, but the Lions couldn't stop it. They dropped 45 points on one of the best defenses in the league, even though they have a bunch of injuries, and they had a player who snapped their arm in half this game. Tragic. They still have a great defensive coordinator that's going to be a head coach. The Lions still have an offensive coordinator that's going to be a head coach. They still have Dan Campbell, who is their head coach, and a good head coach. But now things are looking a little funny in the light. Jayden Daniels is a killer, bro. He's a killer, bro. Jayden Daniels commands so much respect and love, bro. His first playoff game in Tampa Bay, Malik Neighbors and I forgot his name, but the dude on the Jaguars, his ex-teammates from LSU, pulled up to the game saying we're here to support our boy. Jayden Daniels didn't disappoint. Pulled up to the most hostile environment he probably has ever played in. Blew them boys out of the water, bro. Him and Jared Goff did not look like they played the same position. That's how much he whooped his ass. Not even his ass. He whooped the Lions had no shot, bro. The first quarter and a half. Let me look at it actually. First quarter, the Lions outscored the Commanders 7-3. Second quarter, Commanders outscored the Lions 28-14. Third quarter, the Lions outscored the Commanders 7-0. Fourth quarter, the Commanders outscored the Lions 14-3. That was a real difference in this ball game. Listen, first of all, that third quarter, that 7 points, I believe, from the third quarter was that drive where they had that phantom face mask call. So really, that 7 points should have never happened, if we're being real. Like, bro, they dominance. Zach Ertz caught the ball when he needed to, when they need him the most. Even though Zach Ertz is nowhere near, obviously, his prime, obviously, he's still an important piece. He still brings a lot of veteran leadership. He still brings big plays when they need him, and he appeared. Terry McLaurin, scary Terry, tearing up the Lions secondary. There was nothing you could do to stop this man, bro. I mean, Brown caught a lot of passes. Zacchaeus, all these boys came in here and said, yo, we're here for you, Jayden. This is a team that has culture. And it starts with getting rid of Snyder. This is what I'm trying to tell people all sports. When you get rid of toxic leadership like that, and you replace it with Magic Johnson, one of the owners, this is what happens. This is the quick turnaround. When you build correct culture and it's built off of respect and it's built off of the grind and a common goal, you get this. When you have this is where it separates the winners from the losers. And right now, the Detroit Lions are the losers. 15-3, or no. Did they go 15-3 this season? 15-3. For what? Lions, Packers, Vikings eliminated. Never stood a chance. NFC North looking real fraudulent. Jared Goff did not play well. Jared Goff looked overwhelmed. I would not be surprised that boy was concussed. Throw a pick six. I understand when to get tackled. Jared, you know you're not getting that tackle. Get the hell out of the way. Live to fight another day. You know they're looking to blow up any single person they legally can. I know someone will say that was a cheap shot. That was not a cheap shot. You ran towards the runner who was going for a touchdown off the pick. You're in the line of sight. They blasted you. Cooked. Done. Should have never did it. It was not the same as Cam Newton in the fumble. It's not the same. You know you're not gonna catch him, bro. He has 3 grown-ass men around him. He's running full speed. You're not catching him. Jared Goff overshot receivers, undershot receivers. Ben Johnson, I'm not done with your ass either. We're obviously talking about Detroit now. Ben Johnson, what the hell was that trick play? Getting too cute for your own good, bro. This is a twofold thing about that play. That are my biggest pet peeves about offensive play in any sport, but especially football. The first part of it, stop taking the ball out of your leader's hands or your playmaker hands. Like, yes, the receivers are the playmakers. Jared Goff is your leader, your captain of this team. He's your quarterback. You trusted him to get you here. You trust him all 15 wins. You trusted Jared Goff for that. When the game was hanging in the balance, with your season on the line, you're most like 99% your last hoorah with this team and this organization before you become enemies. You take the ball out of Jared Goff's hands. Give it to your receiver who on the field has character issues. On the field. Don't know much about him off the field. On the field, he'd be doing some stuff. He's a competitor though. He's a competitor and he's a playmaker. But you have someone who does not have the best judgment skills, man. And you let him throw that ball. Obviously, he didn't let him do it. But you put him in position where you know that play was desperate. He's a winner. He has some questionable decision-making skills on the field. And he threw that ball. Terrible ball. Look, I don't know what they did in that bye week they earned for themselves. But it was not to practice that play. Because that was a terrible play. At the wrong time. You kind of gashed them with the running game. You have 2 really great dynamic running backs. Use them. Amon-Ra St. Brown, like, you have all these weapons and you do that dumb shit. Like, I don't understand what that was. I don't understand. Aaron Glenn, blitz, 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 blitz. Yes, it worked in the beginning of the third quarter. You know what happens when you keep on doing the same play over and over and over again, and you don't have the offensive line like the Texans? Like, basically, why it worked for the Texans is because the Texans offensive line was garbage. C.J. Stroud was definitely hurt with his ankle and his legs and his shoulder probably, and a lot of other stuff. The problem about blitzing over and over again is that it's going to be most likely 99% of the time man coverage. All Cliff Kingsbury has to do is call some kind of play that's a man beater, meaning a play that can work very well or have a high percent chance of working well on strict man coverage. Boom, done. Too easy, too predictable. The calling on the line side of the ball was very predictable, and that's why this college offense whooped your ass. Jared Goff, I don't know where the Lions go. I don't know where you go if you're the Detroit Lions. Where do you go with your quarterback? Because he's not the sole reason why they lost, but he was not going to be the reason why they're going to win. They took with the game on the line. They took the ball out of Jared Goff's hands and gave it to the receiver to throw the ball. That's the confidence level they have in Jared Goff. I don't care what anyone says. Those type of plays lets me know who you trust the most and who you believe in. And they do not believe in Jared Goff. They don't. Because you don't do that. Lamar Jackson, your quarterback. Josh Allen's your quarterback. You're not running those type of plays with the game on the line, knowing the momentum's completely swung on the other side. You're not doing that. So, pathetic. Pathetic all around. I don't like that. They're going to have to decide. I would go second, third round, try to draft a quarterback. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks that slide in this draft that people are not going to look at. You get one, keep Jared Goff with his contract, usher in that quarterback eventually, make the switch. I don't think there's a quarterback out in the open market right now that you could get that would be better than Goff, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but it's my opinion. So, I mean, unless you go do something real crazy and go get like Aaron Rodgers. But I don't know. Shout out to I almost said Jayden McDaniels. Jayden Daniels. Shout out to him. 45-31 Commanders. Amazing game. Listen. Elite level composure. Like Eli Manning type playoff composure. I like what I see. I'm nowhere near a Commanders fan, but I am a Jayden Daniels fan because that young brother can spin that ball, and the future is bright for the Commanders. Amazing win. Lions have some soul searching to do in Cancun. Commanders, they await Philly or Los Angeles.